We are here at this time, and we bid you greetings, and thank you very much for the opportunity of this interaction today. I am Adronis from Sirius, sending love, appreciation, and gratitude to all who are tuning in to this particular transmission being brought forward through your internet collective consciousness. We have been asked by the conduit to elaborate relating to a particular mechanism that many of you experience relating to what we have termed as the purging effect. Firstly, we have in your past spoken in regards to what you would understand as the amalgamation effect. That the amalgamation effect truly is a reunification, a reconnection, a reintegration relating to aspects of your energy to helping you understand more of the nature of you becoming whole. Now, to this particular example, for those of you in that sense who are able to move inwards and being able to look deeper within the core of your own being to discover that there have been, shall we say, states of injury, states of ailment, states of disempowerment and emotional imbalance that represent other particular perspectives from what you have experienced relating to all other viewpoints of what you would understand to be your life throughout your entirety of life stream. That through many of the tragedies, that through many of the traumas and the dramatic cycles that have created these forms of imbalances from how you have experienced them in this life are all, shall we say, interwoven in regards to many other different perspectives. Other lives existing upon your world, other lives existing upon other worlds, other dimensions, other realities. When you are able to literally reform yourself in regards to a state of liberation, as you move more into the wholeness of your being, this is the process that we have termed as the amalgamation effect. You are becoming liberated. You are moving more into the wholeness of your own divine being. Now, when we are looking at the purging effect, we would ask you to envision what you would understand as a crystal sphere. And contained within this crystal sphere appears much fog. The fog literally fills the entirety of the crystal sphere. As you begin to move deeply into yourself, as you begin to understand more about how these traumatic events, more about how these emotional entanglements, more about how these dramatic cycles that have created these imbalances within yourself have come to pass, and that through your intention to resolve and liberate these aspects through yourself by looking into the matters, by addressing that these matters exist, acknowledging that they are there, and forgiving them to achieve liberation. Basically, all of that fog that you find within that crystal sphere is being purged out through all of the newer energy, shall we say, that is being brought into the sphere. So, if you were to imagine that all of this beautiful golden liquid light is coming in through the bottom of the sphere and is pushing out all of this fog, all of this entangled, distorted energy coming out to the top of the sphere, you will notice how that fog itself begins to surround the outer layer of the sphere itself. Now, this is very common from what happens to many of you. Those of you who are achieving liberation through much of this buildup, through generations and generations of, shall we say, hardships and challenges that have all amalgamated themselves into the form of these traumatic events within your present life. As all of these are now coming to the outer layer of the crystal sphere itself, what is happening is an eruption effect, a purging effect, as we term it. The purging effect is like lava coming out of a volcano. That the lava itself is basically, again, moving through your entire energetic field. And what happens is that this lava, so to speak, or this fog as it were, is basically creating the manifestations in regards to your awareness relating to the purging of the energy. Now, this is basically what happens to many of you when you feel, well, what's going on here? I thought I was becoming liberated. I thought I was moving more into positive ground. But all of these situations are now starting to move into my life that seem very hectic, that feel very, very negative. What's going on here? The purging effect is necessary. All of this energy is being purged from your being, and it will remain within your field as it brings itself out into an external approach to, as it is contained within your field, will magnetize certain forms of situations based upon its parting. And so the whole idea here is that as long as you're willing to continue to move into your space of love, to maintain your liberation, those particular energies themselves can be bypassed, those particular forms of energy themselves can be transmuted, and everything that represents the transformation, the changes that take place within your reality, despite what may be appearing as something that may be traumatic in your current situation there, is all part of the plan in literally liberating yourself from this twisted up, distorted energy, from the cellular debris. So again, it will manifest itself as part of the hologram that is attempting to be shed entirely from your being. Now, there are many of you, many of you, who do have the purging effect take place and become very, very disheartened with yourself. There are those in that sense who are literally going through this process and absorbing the energy back into the core of their being because they have allowed themselves to give so much power to the trauma that they feel they are experiencing based upon the energy as it comes into the energetic field. So it is an internal reabsorption back into the example of the crystal sphere. So this is what you all need to be aware of. That as this energy, this distorted energy, this entangled energy, this energy that no longer serves you, this unauthentic energy is being purged from your being. This is where transformation will take place in your reality that could relate to the loss and rediscovery of a whole new job, the loss of a current relationship and the building of a whole new relationship, the loss of certain forms of financial matters that have streamed into different avenues that now no longer apply and are not configurative with your current alignment, only to then have opportunities of new streams of income coming through new alignments, new avenues based upon the energies that you're playing with that represent authenticity. So, unauthentic situations are a byproduct relating to the purging effect. That's exactly what's happening. Do not be distressed when this happens. Now, again, we can only suggest this to you. It's up to you to decide exactly how you wish to act because it is your life. It is your situations. But this is basically part of the physics. That as you have had so much energy twisted up inside you, so much unauthentic energy that is now being purged like a volcano, spewing the lava out directly into your energetic field, this is all part of the process. Stay within the course of direction to where the transformations take you. The universe is taking you on a ride. It's very similar to escaping a very dark tunnel. When you realize that you are able to see that little pin of light and you're able to dig more and more and more until that light becomes far more apparent, you start to make a break for it, but sometimes it might be a bit of a tight squeeze. And you feel that you may give up and say, oh, I'm never going to be able to get out of this dark tunnel. I can't fit through this. What am I going to do? Well, I might as well stop digging. I may as well stop trying to fit through this little hole and just stay in the darkness because there's no way I'm going to make it. This is the exact same example. The transformation is attempting to take you out of the dark tunnel into the light. But if you are not willing to stay the course, continue to dig, and continuing to push yourself through and decide to remain within the dark tunnel, then that will be the forefront of your reality. So this is again what many of you are going through, relating to the purging effect. That through liberation, it is important to maintain continual liberation based upon your feelings. Do not feel disheartened because your reality is transforming. Do not feel disheartened because your reality is turning upside down. That's exactly what's meant to happen. That's all part of the process. There have been many people that have approached us through sessions, communicating with and saying, Adronis, everything in my life is transforming. It feels like my world is falling apart. I no longer have my job anymore, my finances are in a downward spiral, my relationship between my partner and I, we have separated. What is going on? This is all part of the transformation. This is all part of the purging effect. That as you have moved from amalgamation effect into purging effect, this is the byproduct of that effect. Again, do not be disheartened. It is all part of the plan for your transformation to move into a whole new reality that is in alignment, that is authentic to your true natural self. We thank you very much for the opportunity of this interaction today. I am Adronis from Sirius, sending love, appreciation, and gratitude to all who are tuning in to this particular video transmission being brought forward through your internet collective consciousness. Thank you very much, farewell for this timing, and we will speak to you again in the moment. Goodbye for now.